try. All right, that's all good. Let's see what I can figure out here. There we are. You can hear us. Good morning, ladies. I know you guys can hear us. We're never quiet.
No, it's hard. We always say this time we're going to be quiet. Okay, good morning. 50 days.
What?
Thanks for the update, Miss Lisa.
Thank God we're making 2 Christmas cards today. I can add 2 more to my So there we go. No. Oh yeah, there.
And then to
Yeah.
a page.
Okay, got it.
Morning, Catherine. Catherine, I look at her name.
Oh yeah. That's
Catherine.
Okay. That's okay. It's formal.
I know, very formal this morning. Oh.
See, as I grab Joe and let's stamp together.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Good?
I think we're good.
All right, here we go.
Faces.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Happy
ladies.
Wednesday.
I know, you have to remember what day it is, where we are, what class we're doing. It's a lot to remember.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway.
We can do it.
We can. We put on our big girl crafting panties this morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold them real high.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
goodness they weren't thongs. That's all I have to say.
Yo.
Woo! Anyway,
Woo.
that's a whole nother episode.
Bad visual I have right now.
Yep. You need that mind eraser. That
I
big
know,
eraser.
can't unthink that one.
Can't unthink it, can't unsee it. So it's already been done. All right, so let's get to the nitty gritty here. So we are super excited to bring you the CURVY celebrations, and it's an early release. It's exclusive early release products, and there are 2 stamp sets, and there is there are dies. They're 6x6 Christmas paper, classic Christmas paper. And so we're going to show you guys all the goodies this morning. And Barb's going to start. She is going to make, good morning, Deborah. She is going to make a non-holiday themed card. And one thing we want to let you know is that she's going to start with the Quite Curvy bundle. And the Quite Curvy bundle is an early release product, and that will be available in the next catalog. Okay, so
And the dies.
Yes, and the dies. But Stampin' Always with Dory is going to pop in here, and she is going to demonstrate with the Curvy Christmas stamp set and the dies. And the Christmas stamp set and the designer series paper are only available until January 4th, okay, while supplies last. So there's a small bit of urgency. And if you can do the whole bundle. Did you like that? The whole bundle. Look at me.
Very
I'm like
graceful.
teacher-esque this morning using my hands, and I'm enunciating my words. And the whole bundle, you get 10% off, and it is $70.50. Not a bad deal. So we have 3 projects we're going to share with you this morning. Apparently, I'm sharing all my words, and poor Barbara's just sitting here. So
Hey.
She's going to get to.
That's usually the way it goes.
Hey. You can purchase you can get your to-go kit for free with your $30 order, or if you purchase the bundle, then you would get your to-go kit for free. So we have 3 cards we're going to share with you. We also have another exciting thing that we're going to share. Do you want to share that about the 18th, or do you want me to continue to use my words?
You're all warmed up now.
Okay. La, 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 la. All right. So we are going to have a free class on Wednesday evening, the 18th of November. And good morning, Joanne. Thanks for joining us. And we are going to have 6 projects that we share with you. There are going to be 3 with the Quite Curvy bundle, and Barb is taking care of that one. And then I get the Curvy Christmas bundle. And if you guys purchase the bundle, then you can get all 6 cards for free. If you decide to just purchase the Quite Curvy, you would get the Quite Curvy cards for free. And now I feel like an airline stewardess. And then if you choose the Curvy Christmas, then you would get those. So, but we're super excited. It's at 8 p.m. So it's around the same time as our What's Happening Wednesday. So instead of What's Happening Wednesday that week, we will be doing a free Curvy celebration class. So I will put that up later today, a hot minute after we finish this class. And so you guys can RSVP, invite your friends. You know, it's a free class. You guys can hang out with us. You can learn more about the Curvy celebrations and see lots of great samples that we'll be sharing. And we might have some prizes too. Just saying. Prizes. I know, especially when I throw that out there and she has no idea. So she loves it when I do that. So they're going to be prizes. So I will put that up and invite your friends. And we are ready to start stamping. So grab your cup of joe, and we're going to start. Here we go. That's grab your cup of joe.
Like a poem.
Yeah, I need some more coffee. Quite Curvy bundle. So Barb's going to take it away with that one, and she's going to just show you a little bit about the bundle too.
All right, here we go.
And I'm going to stop talking.
Yay! All right, good morning, ladies. So nice to see everyone this morning. This is just something I copied from the website that gives you a little bit of an understanding of how each of the parts of the Curvy celebration bundle goes together. Okay, now I am going to be using, as Dory said, the non-Christmas. This is the Quite Curvy stamp set, and that's this one here. It's a photopolymer stamp. It has birds, so you know I am all over this thing. So this is part of the Quite Curvy bundle, and then you have your dies that go with it. These are the Curvy dies. Okay, the difference between this bundle and the Christmas bundle is the Curvy Christmas is this set right here. And that goes with the bundle, with the Curvy dies as well. But added to that is a lovely set of papers, designer series papers, which I have been using. Yes. And so pretty. Let's see, it's 4 designs, 4 of each, double-sided. And the colors are Cherry Cobbler, Sahara Sand, and Shaded Spruce. I had to find my word there. Your
cheat sheet or
my little cheat sheet? Yeah. Yes, need a lot of those. So this is gorgeous. I've used this on non-curvy projects too. It's just a great neutral kind of Christmas that is really nice to use. So, all right. So I wanted to explain that a little bit, and then I want to kind of go into detail a little bit about the dies in here. And I made this little guy for my teen the other day, and I think this really does a great job of showing you what the Curvy dies do.
Yep. It's like it's all about the curves.
All about the curves.
Like those hips.
Yes. Okay. So this die here is, I think it's a filigree. That's what I'm calling it, and I'm going to stick with it.
It looks like a crown, like the queen's crown a little bit, or the one that I wear at home.
Yes.
When I'm cleaning the toilets, I wear a crown, because I feel like Cinderella.
So what I did here is I cut a rectangle, and then I just used the die and cut the curve here just to show you what it looks like. And see, you want to be aware of where that cutting blade is when you're cutting your paper, because that side is not going to have your design on it. So that's this one here. And then the other one I already have out because I'm going to be using it today. Let me grab here. This is probably my favorite one. This is the dotted. Okay, and this one you want to always be, I've made some errors with this one. You want to be aware of where the blade is there, and because when you cut, you want your dots on your paper. You got to make sure that your blade is at the bottom. So this one, that's what that looks like when that is cut there. And then the last one here is this cute little ivy.
Oh, Ivy, she's so cute.
She is cute.
She's so
I like
cute.
that name.
I love Ivy. Oh yeah, I went to there was a girl in 4-H. Her name was Ivy.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, she was
That's
beautiful.
Pretty.
Yep.
All right, so this just cuts out the little leaves here and makes a curve of like a vine of ivy. And you could also cut it out in another color, maybe a what would be a good ivy color? Maybe shaded spruce.
Garden green.
Garden green.
Yeah.
And then you could fill in with those if you like. So those are the curves, and then you also get this little sprig here. And then the rest of the dies cut out the little flowers and the little birds from the stamp set. So I just wanted to give you a little look at that so you would have a better understanding of what that's like. All right, so let's take a look at our card for today. And some of my team members might notice this design, but this is a really great basic design where you can really kind of get an understanding of how to use the die, the curvy die, and make a really cute card. This is a great design. You could pull out all your extra designer series paper and make a bunch of these cards. So this is a real quick and easy design. I love this one. I love these colors.
Hey guys, don't forget, you want to make sure you're commenting and you're liking because there's going to be a prize at the end.
Oh, really?
Well,
There's the prize right there.
There's the prize.
A lot of noise.
Yeah, I broke something. Just kidding.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on this card. We're going to start with a card base of Whisper White.
I love Whisper White.
Oh, it's awesome.
I like the thick cardstock though.
Yes, we talked about that before.
I
If
know.
you are someone that uses Whisper White a lot for a card base, you might want to invest in the thick Whisper White because it really stands up well and you'll be able to really tell a difference between those. All right, so there is my card base. Okay, the next thing I'm going to put on, now if I look at my colors here, and this paper is from Dressed Help, the one with the lipstick, Best Dress Suite. It's a pack of 6x6, lots of pretty colors there. So I chose this one. This one has mint macaron and purple posy and help me with this one.
Oh, Pretty Peacock.
Pretty peepop.
Whoa.
Woo! Pretty
I
peacock.
think you
So
need some coffee this
I know I do.
Goodness.
Okay, now first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my Pretty Peacock, I got it that time,
Yay.
card base down, not card base, but my card front. This piece is at 4 by 5 1/4, our regular size. Okay, now let me show you how I figure out my curve. Okay, I'm going to bring up a regular piece of Whisper White. Now this is cut at 5 by 4. Okay, so we're going to be going in another 1/4 inch here at the top, if you see here. Then what I do is I grab my die, okay, making sure that the blade is on the bottom because you want to have your dots on top. And then I just kind of decide where I want it to go across my card front. Okay, so I'm going to pick there and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut that with my cutting and embossing machine. And this is what I get. Okay, so here's the bottom part, which you could probably save for another project.
Definitely.
And then here is the top of the card. Okay, I like this also because you can cut your paper at 3 inches, so your 6x6 piece of cardstock you can get 2 cards out of because you know how much we value our DSP. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and adhere this piece, and noting that it's a 1/4 inch smaller than the Pretty Peacock. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my Tombow and put that down there. Okay, then it's time to do some stamping. Whoops. And we're going to go ahead and stamp on my curvy piece. And I'm going to grab my Pretty Peacock. I just love the way everything matches.
I know.
You don't have to do anything.
It's no thought.
Yep.
We have to think about so many things. It's nice not having to think about matching
Amen,
paper.
sister. Amen. All right, so here is my the wishing you the happiest of birthdays. Now, if you look at the curvy set, there's loads of great sentiments here. You're one in a million. Thinking of you makes my day. Wishing you the happiest of birthday. Hooray for you. So they all have the curve that you could use any of those for your card. I'm going to go with a birthday card because lots of people have birthdays. So
Everybody has a birthday.
I know.
Not just lots of people. Everybody.
So then I'm going to kind of have my sentiment go along the curve. Just like that. Isn't that so pretty? Oh, I love that. All right, so now that piece is ready to go right onto my card front. Now I just glue this flat down. You can put dimensionals on it if you're Dory, but I'm just going to go ahead.
I heard that.
I know. And I'm just going to put it flat down here. But I love how that looks. Just so beautiful. All right. Now to add to my card here, I am going to bring in some oldies but goodies. I'm going to bring in the medium daisy punch. Woo-woo!
Yes.
And the leaf punch.
I love Daisy.
I do. Daisy is awesome. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick up the purple posy from the card, and that's the color I'm going to make my little daisy. And I'm going to need 2 of those. So I'm going to go ahead, punch out 2 of the posies, grab my glue. Now before I do that, I'm going to do a little bit of curving just to give it a little more dimension. Just with my fingers. You can use your bone folder too. And then when I adhere them, you want to make sure that you are aware of where the petals are. And so the petals on this one, you want to lay this down so that they are between the petals on the bottom one. And that makes you have a nice full little daisy that way. So that's always fun. And I've made daisies with more than 2 to make them extra full. That's what's fun about that stamp. All right, now I'm going to just take my 1/4 inch circle and I'm going to punch out my center. And then I'm going to use the mint macaron and cut out one of the leaf die cuts. All right, now let's go ahead, oops, and throw it down, the glue. All right, so I'm going to put a little dot of glue there. I'm going to bring in my pick tool and put that right down there like that. So there is my flower ready to go. Okay, now let's go ahead. Dory, can you give me my little green thing there with all the adhesives in? Yeah,
yes,
I forgot it.
The adhesive bucket.
The adhesive bucket. I got a bigger one.
The adhesive bucket.
Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a dimensional and put it my daisy right on my card. Okay, now you're going to have it. It's going to be a little lower just because you don't want to cover up your birthdays. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my leaf, and here I found the best way to get this to fit. I took one of the leaves off.
Oh no.
I know I did it. I did it. I tore it right off.
Oh,
and then and then I put a little fold into those leaves to give them a little dimension. And then I actually cut off a little bit of the stem too. I know I am just killing this guy. And then I just put a little dot right there on the back, and I slid him right there and just push down a little bit. Okay, so there is the little leaves behind. I'm going to cut off a little more.
Oh my word.
I know, it's terrible what I do.
Avert your eyes.
Avert your eyes. Just so he goes down a little farther. There we go. You can kind of do it wherever you like. I've made cards that I've put the leaf down here as well, but you can do what you like because it's your card. All right, last thing we need to do is the bird.
Bird's the word.
So I saved it for last because it's my favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my little bird. Oops, he jumped right off the block. I tell you, he doesn't behave. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, oh, there's Sandra. Hi, Sandra. And we are going to go ahead with my Memento ink. And I'm going to go ahead and I know I haven't seen Sandra on.
Oh,
She
Sandra.
found us.
She found us. Good morning,
Hello.
Sandra.
I stamped it with the Memento ink, and I want to show you my new favorite way to color my birds. All right. I am using the ivory.
Ooh, that's my favorite.
Yep. This is one that doesn't have a little partner, but it's one that's you can buy along with, what are the other colors?
The bronze.
The bronze.
Yeah,
bronze and
is my
ivory,
favorite.
and then the one that takes the ink off. Those are the ones that are singles.
We sound like really, spirited women. Bronze and ivory are our favorite colors.
Yes, yes. All right, so I'm going to take my bronze and I'm going to color his wings. And I'm actually going to color down here all but his belly. Okay, and that, I'm going to leave it like that. You can do a little bit of shading by going back over his wing a little bit and maybe under his chinny chin chin. And then what I do is I'm going to take my purple posy, because you know how I like to match. And Stampin' Up! Makes it so easy, and that says Highland Heather. Okay. Let's try again. There we go, purple posy. Okay, they look alike. And I just take it here and I rub over the belly. Okay, and then I go back with my bronze to soften it up a little bit, and then you have your little fella ready to go. Isn't he cute? Oh, it's a bird. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run that through my cut and emboss machine using my die, and then this is what comes out. Look, guys. Oh, can you stand it? Oh my goodness. All right, so I am going to, since my flower is already dimensionals, I'm going to just put a little glue on the back of this fella. Okay. And I'm going to pick him up with my pick tool and turn him over, and then I'm going to set him right on the flower. Let's set him up a little bit so we can at least see the center of the flower. What do you think, girls? There we go. All right, so there is our first card for today. Dory is going to be coming on and showing you some great, you ready? Christmas.
I'm ready.
Okay, so if you have any questions about any of the dies or anything, it's a lot of products, a lot of things to think about.
It's a great deal.
Yep, it is a great deal. Just put your questions up in the comments and we will be glad to help. And here comes Dory.
Look out.
Look out. Things are going to fall and get knocked over.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. All right. So, like Barb said, I am celebrating my curves with the Curvy Christmas. And this, let me show you. I'm going to show you 2 samples, and then I'm going to show you the cards that you'll be making with me today. Okay, and don't forget that you can get your to-go kit free with your $30 order, or the to-go kit is $15. Okay, so here, I love this little card. So here is the card from Trimming the Town, and I added a little house, the little VW bug, and the little tree, because you have the designer series paper here that has the trees, and then you also have the little curves of trees too. So this is a cute little Merry Christmas card. Lisa, I added, there's another one. Okay, and then here's one. This uses the designer series paper. It also, I don't know if you can see, but it uses the string of the stars. And those I embossed in the Whisper White, and I added a little bit. I love all things that sparkle. So I added a little bit of our glitter to my powder, so it makes it sparkle. And then you have your little line of trees. And I just went ahead and I colored them in with my Stampin' Blend. So just to give them a little bit of color, because when you stamp them, they are, what's the word? Open. The insides are open. So there's another one. All right. So here is one of the cards that I'm going to be making with you today. And this uses the bow that's in the stamp set. So let me show you. There's a little bow there. And then Barb showed you the sprig die. And it also uses the sprig die as well. Okay. So we're going to see if we can recreate this. Because, you know, sometimes it doesn't work out on Facebook Live the way you plan it in your head or beforehand. But you know what? I'm going to do my very best. Like I said, we put on our big girl crafting panties this morning, so off we go. We're off.
The
and
elastic
running.
was a little stretched out, but you know, we still got them up there. Yes.
Oh, mine fit perfect. Just kidding. All right. So we're going to start with a piece of... I'm going to show you what I did here. This is a piece of Whisper White, or thick Whisper White cardstock, of course, because when we're using card bases, we want to make sure we have our thick. So we start out with Whisper White. Then we are going to pull from our packet of Designer Series paper. And look at all this beautiful paper. And here we go. We're going to flip it. Ready? Look at all that on the other side. The stars, the stripes, and like the stars and stripes you could use at another, you know, time, and the checks as well. So you could get a lot of great use out of this. All right. So I pulled out my piece of Designer Series paper. There's 6 by 6. And what I'm going to do is I would trim this down, and it would be the width of my card. Sorry. So it would be 5.5 across, okay? And then you're gonna put it on the, I always call it the stamp, cut, and emboss machine. And Barb's like, Dory, it doesn't do any stamping. Well, maybe mine does.
That'll be the one that comes out next year.
Right. So what you're gonna do is on your cut and emboss machine, it's gonna be 5.5, and you're gonna put your little curve on, have it the right way. Like Barb said, you have to make sure it's the right way, or you want to, you'll be very disappointed because the little dots won't show up. But you can still use it for other stuff. Like a friend told me, like, you know, a friend that cut it the wrong way. Yeah. So, so you're going to place it like this, and you're going to run it through your cut and emboss machine. If I say it slowly, then it'll come out. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes just have to slow down. Slow your speech. All right. So we have this, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your, well, the first thing you're going to do, hold on one second. Let me see if it's in here. Oh, do you have your, take your pick tool?
Mm-hmm, it's right in here.
Okay. So this is where this handy dandy tool comes in handy. So you have all these little holes here, and it is perfect for just letting them know that they should not be there. So you're going to go ahead and if you're at Barb's house, you can just, you know, poke them out, leave them on her floor. My house, I put them right in the trash can. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. They're all over the floor too. So, and then the dog ends up with them on her nose, or, you know, whatever. So we're just going to, okay. So I'm going to use my adhesive, and see, you could even use the stars if you wanted to, whichever side you wanted, but I want to use the side because we're going to use the sprigs. And this is my Stampin' Seal Plus. The Plus and I are BFFs. Yep. So I love it. Well,
I have been converted.
I have. Okay, so you're going to place this right on your piece of Whisper White cardstock. Okay, then what you're going to do is you will take your little, what the heck did I just do with it? Here it is, sorry. And
it's so clear today.
Yeah, and then you're just going to put it right underneath. Are you laughing at me?
No, I'm just amazed at how clear it is. I know. Now
okay, I'm going to give this, down. I'm going to, yeah, don't say anything. Gosh, you just jinxed us. You're going to put this through your cut and emboss machine, and Barb's going to do this for us.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
She didn't know that. She
No.
was going to be my lovely assistant. Okay. So the next thing you're going to do while we're waiting, oh, nice, I stamped my little bow, and that is in cherry cobbler. So here's the little bow. I stamped that. I'll stamp it for you. I'll do some live stamping here. Right? Okay, here we go. Try not to cause a... So you have tone on tone, the cherry cobbler, okay? And then you're gonna go ahead and you're going to cut that out with your paper snips. Paper snips are amazing. They are one of the, well, I can't say that. I say that about everything, but they're a great tool to have. So you take your pick tool and your paper snip. So you're just going to go around here and you're going to trim around the outside. Okay. And I find that if you move the paper instead of moving your scissors, you get a really nice line and you don't have like the little hack marks. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Hack marks. That's what it looks like when I cut.
The cut is just smoother.
Smooth cut. How's that?
Yes.
Get a smooth cut. Who doesn't like a good smooth cut? All right. So that's what your when your partner puts her finger on your paper, that's what that looks like.
Yep.
But maybe we can cover that up. But thank you, Barb, for cutting that out. Greatly appreciated.
But not for the schmutz.
But not for the schmutz. Okay, so that's your line right there. So then you're going to come back with, it doesn't quite cut it, so I'm going to move it up a little bit, and that'll give you your layers there. Okay, so this is a piece of 1.5 by 5.5 inch cardstock, not cardstock, designer series paper. Got to get my terminology. Hey Jerry, happy Wednesday. And I'm going to move this up just a little bit so I have the white piece showing at the bottom. Okay, and then there's your piece there. Okay, so that's how you get the variation, and I love how it makes that white piece in the center pop. Okay, so we are going to use our little bow, and we're also going to use the sentiment that says thinking of you at Christmas. And one of the great things about the photopolymer is you can make it curvier if you would like. So I'm not going to move this one yet, but this is the way I want it to go. But if you want, you know, the end to curve up a little bit, you can kind of manipulate it and say, guess what? This is what you're going to do for me today. And you can move it around and you can
Tell your stamp who's boss.
That's right. So I have the thinking of you at Christmas. That's going to go right there. Okay. And I'm going to put the ink away before I injure myself or someone else in the process. All right. So we have our bow, and that is going to go right in the center. And I'm going to put a-dimensional on both sides, just like that. Okay. Peel that off. And I am going to, it's a little something, something on there. And put that right in the center there. Okay, just like that. Super cute. I love that bow.
It's cute.
And then I'm going to take my little sprigs. So these are the sprigs. They're really cute. And they even have a little, I don't know if you guys can see them, but they have like a little indentation. Like that, was it the stem? Like the stem, the
veins.
Vein of the leaf, yeah. We don't want to see our veins, but we get excited when we see leaf veins. So, yeah. I just went there, didn't I?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of the Stampin' Seal. And I'm just going to attach these together. And then you can, put them right in there behind. And I did not attach mine. You can if you want, if you wanted to use a little bit of the Tombow. But I like the kind of the free, free flowing of the sprigs.
Yep.
Okay. So these, I had to turn upside down. So it just depends on your placement, because you see if you put them in this way, they come and they go right into your sentiment, and I think that's kind of rude. So I turned these upside down, and it's a-okay. And I'm just gonna attach the two of them together. I have them overlapping, okay? And you can even wrap the little. And then I'm gonna take, and I might have to manipulate just a little bit over there. And then you have your sprigs that go that direction, okay? I'm always saying, okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one, because it makes my machine sound like it does way more than what it's supposed to. I need to be a better saleswoman. But yeah, stamp, cut, and emboss. That's what I always say. All right, so then the last thing, we have to have a little bit of something there in the center. So I'm gonna take a pearl and put that right in the center. And I really think that pearl makes the bow pop a little bit more too. It makes it stand out. So that is your one of the cards that would be in your to-go kit. Okay. All right. Next, hold on to your hats. Here we go. Or whatever you're
not wearing hats.
They might be.
No.
You don't know where they are. I wear hats in the house. You don't? You're like, no, I don't.
I sometimes do.
So here we
Depends
go.
on the status of my hair.
Oh, yes. Yes, with this weather, yeah, sometimes it's, yeah, it might be a hot day. All right, so this is our second card that we will be making today. I absolutely love this card. And this also shows you the stitched stars. Does anybody out there have the stitched stars? Give me a thumbs up, a like, or a love. So these are the stitched star dies. And look at all the goodness in here. Stampers and stampettes. We have, like, there's the swirl. I love this swirl. You have details. You have, like, starburst. And you have an S for Schneider right here. Did you know that? Or who else is watching? Anybody? Any other S's out there? You have, like...
Sandra.
Sandra. Yeah, Sandra, there's an S in here for you.
Yep.
There's a monogram. So there's lots of great stuff in this stitch stars, not just the stitched, but it's awesome. Let's see. All right, so let's get started on this one. This is a fun one. So I'm going to start out with, I'm going to move this aside. I'm starting out with Cherry Cobbler, because we know that Stampin' Up, when they, give us the packs of designer series paper, they tell us what color's in there. So we don't have to worry or fret or go anywhere. We just, we know that we're going to use Cherry Cobbler, Shaded Spruce, and Sahara Sand. And that's awesome. Cherry Cobbler. Then my next piece is you're going to use one of the pieces from the designer series paper. And there's several to choose from that are the Sahara Sand. There's the polka dots. You could even use the little trees. I wouldn't use that one though. I'd want to save that one for, something else, a bigger project probably, because it's basically going to be covered up and you're just going to see the outside.
But the stars go with the stars too. I like that too.
Yeah. So, all right. So we have that. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp first. I have to stamp my Merry Christmas up here and say a little Stampin' Prayer, because if it doesn't work, then we can always turn it over and we can always stamp on the other side. So let's hope that I put that in here. If not, I might have to borrow it from...
What do you need?
A Merry Christmas. I thought I had it.
Merry Christmas from me.
Yeah, just the one that says Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're going to start with the stars. I know I can stamp stars, so you guys don't have to hold your breath for that one. All right, so here we go. We're going to stamp...
Is this yours or mine?
I'm not sure.
This is mine.
Okay.
Merry Christmas you need, correct?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So we're just going to stamp the stars in Cherry Cobbler. And the neat thing about these stars, let me show you real quick, is they fit. See the little swoosh here? They fit to fill in the little swoosh. So if you want to fill in the star with color, you can do that. So you can use them as accents, or you can also use them to fill in the little curvy stars, which I thought was kind of curvy cute. Okay, so I know. How many cups of coffee has Dory had this morning? Does anyone want to guess?
I'm excited.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to start up here at the top. I'm going to stamp my Merry Christmas. Okay, that went well. So now we can move on. All right? We can keep stamping. Here we go. I know you never know what you're going to get, do you?
Yep.
So what I have done already is, you can see, you're going to need, as you can see, we need to put this away, or I'm going to have my elbow or something in it. You are going to need 2 strips of the stars, okay? And then you're going to need 1 strip of the polka dots. And what I did is I put these on my, I'm going to say it, my stamp cut and emboss machine together. And so you can I just went down, this is a 6x6 piece of designer series paper, and I simply added the, I don't know
what did you add?
The piece, the little, the curvy piece. And I just kept going down and I just kept cutting. So it makes it nice and easy. Yeah, this guy here, okay? So you just put him on the paper, whoops, and you turn him right side up. And so you can cut, 2 at one time. So you cut a strip, and then you cut another strip, and then you cut another strip and cut another strip. So it's an easy way.
Lots and lots of cards.
It's a great way to make several cards. Okay, and it doesn't matter what size these are. So if your Sahara Sand's a little bit larger, you're just going to come in here and you're going to put them together, and then we're going to line them up here on the front of our card. So don't forget, take your pick tool, and you have to tell these little dots that they are not welcome, okay? You want to make sure you get all those cleaned out. They're not welcome.
No,
this
not
one,
welcome on my card.
No, I'm going to give this one to you. I'm going to let you do that while I'm chatting away with myself over here. Okay, so I'm going to start out, and what I'm going to do is I left these as 6x6, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and put my Stampin' Seal across the top. And you can line it up here on the edge if you would like, or you can take it back a little bit farther. And mine apparently is going to go just like that because it's stuck. Okay, and then...
I'm trying.
No, you're good. And then you're just going to line it up. So this one's going to be a little bit lower than the other one, and that's okay. I can add some more stars. It's okay. I don't need the whole thing. Yeah. I don't think. Hold on. Well, maybe. Oh, that was my head in the lamp or whatever that was. Okay, so this is going to go right here underneath. There's a couple more. Let's see. We're going to tell them that they're not welcome. And a lot of times you just need to clean your die too, because the little boogers get stuck in there. The little dot boogers, so that's technical. It's a technical stamping term, dot boogers, get stuck in there. And so you can just clean those out and it will alleviate a little bit. But it is always great to have the take your pick tool. Just saying, you want one. Okay, here we go.
Yay. Booger's gone.
Boogers mostly. Okay, well, we're going as is. We're going rogue here. Okay, so you're just going to tuck this right underneath, and it gives you the nice snug. Snug as a bug in a rug. Again, just using the Stampin' Seal. You can use whatever adhesive you would like.
And it's great to keep the strips of paper at the 6 inches long, because then you can finagle it around and not worry about it, not being long enough on one end. You know what I mean?
All right.
And you just trim them off when you're all done.
So there's
an awesome idea.
There's that one. Okay. And then you're going to come back with your next one. You just want to make sure you've got it going where it's supposed to go. Yeah, just like that. So it kind of looks like a roller coaster. Like you're building a roller coaster. Yeah. I used to.
I like them. haven't been to an amusement park in a while.
Yeah, not recently. Those our Hershey Park season passes really paid off this year. All right. The only thing is, I would recommend you start from this end though, because that's the end that you want to make sure you have, and then you can kind of finagle. Okay.
Yep.
So that's how that's going to go, just like that. All right. And then what I did is I'm just going to cut these off at the end. So that way, if you cut it off ahead of time, it may not line up correctly.
Right.
You know, we've all been there.
Yeah,
we've all been there, done that.
just gives you a little bit of
stamp
leeway.
that. Yep, that's true. Okay. And I may have covered up my stars a little bit, so I can always come back in and I can add a couple more stars too. Okay, if I need to. All right, so the next thing is I'm going to take my stitched star. Isn't that beautiful? And this is in our brushed gold paper. I love the goldenness. And this is going to go on with, I heard someone say it, dimensionals, of course. Dory Dimensional is here today, and I think she might be here to stay.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that was
getting rid of her.
Poet. I'm a poet and didn't even know it. Yeah, I should just stop while I'm ahead. Okay, so we're going to peel the backs off. And I know you're like, Dory, you have sprigs. I always add my sprigs later. That's my personal preference, but I just kind of tuck them, you know, kind of like you do your oversized shirt, you just tuck it. So, yeah. And then this is the Merry Christmas that comes in the set. And what I did is I'm going to do my darndest, because I can't cut a straight line to save my soul. That's why I love all my Stampin' Up! Tools that help me out with those straight lines, our trimmers and all kinds of things. Make me look like a gosh darn pro.
So you embossed that with white?
I embossed it with the
that
Whisper
looks
white.
beautiful.
And I love how
that.
it pops. And it also coordinates with the paper because the paper has the nice pop of white. Okay. So that, whoops. Look, see, it's not even straight. For heaven's sakes. There we go. All right. And so, and it's nice because it's small. It's, you know, it's not big. It's not overpowering. It's the little Merry Christmas, and it doesn't take away from your star that's on the card as well. Okay. So the other thing I did is I cut out, whoops, I don't know what the stamp that is. All right. So I cut out one of my sprigs in gold, and then I have two in shaded spruce. So I am just going to kind of layer them like that, and they're going to go in here at the side of the star. All right. So what I do is you can use a glue dot for this, honestly, and they work very well. So you can you position one of your little sprigs there and the other little sprig there. Okay. And then I'm going to put my golden sprig. I know, the golden sprig. Ooh, the golden sprig. I know. You guys are like, oh gosh, how many cups of coffee did she really have? And then you can pull it off like that. Check that out. Another reason to have the take your pick tool.
We love it.
Okay. See, Lisa Dieter, I just sang. All right. And then you're just going to position that in there. And I do not tack these down. I like the kind of the free-flowingness. I'm not sure if that's a word, but we're going to make it one. And I'm actually going to use my glue dots for my Mary because they fit just perfectly on there. So I'm going to do my Mary. Whoops, well, apparently I'm putting it right there. Okay.
Mary knew where she wanted to go.
Mary, did you know? Oh, she sure did. That's where she went. All right. So we are going to take that off, and then we're going to do the Christmas right across here. And then last but not least, we have to have some sort of, you know, embellishment. So I chose the gold twine, and maybe, hold on. Whoops. We have to start over on that one. And like I told you guys, I always tie my ribbons attached to the spool. That way it doesn't go anywhere. And you also, I think you use less that way. So
you don't have to guess on how much you're going to need.
You don't.
And then pull too much.
So I'm just going to trim the ends.
This is very beautiful. You want to keep as much of this as you can. This is beautiful
Okay,
twine.
and so then we're gonna take our, yes, it's golden. We're gonna
twine
take
to
our
go with
little
the golden sprig.
golden sprig with the golden star. Do you guys see a theme here? There might be a golden theme. Okay, and we're just gonna pull that off, and we're gonna add that right there at the bottom of our star. Okay, how awesome is that?
It's awesome.
Okay, good, thanks.
Yep.
I was thinking it was. So if you want to add some more stars over here, you can. I'm going to leave it as is. I'm always afraid if I come back and, you know, try to do something, I'm going to rock it and then I'll cry because I did all that work. So you could do either side of this. There's the kind of the checkered side or the striped side. I'm going to go with the stripes today.
I like that.
Okay. And I'm going to put...
So such an unusual Christmas color, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
Sahara sand, but it adds the neutral.
And I think it's like a
aspect to it.
country, more of a country look too. I really, really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I love the country.
Are you a little bit country?
Me? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can take, what is it? You can take the girl out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And there we go. There we have it. Okay. So that would be one of the cards in your to-go kit. I got elf points.
Yeah, for singing.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Phew, I'm back. I'm back on Lisa's good list, I think.
That's good.
Yeah, because I sang a little
important.
bit. Yeah,
You want to stay on that.
I know. Whew, don't want to be on the naughty list. Oh, and the other one. I'm like, wait, what?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
There it is.
Yeah, that was better. This one. So here is the three
A
projects.
bad grammar sentence.
Oh my gosh, I just got my elf points taken away. All right, so here are the three projects, and that would be in your to-go kit. So remember to let us know if you would like a to-go kit, free with a $30 order or $15. And this is the Curvy Celebrations project or suite bundle. And we will be back. Mark your calendars, tell your friends. You can tell your enemies too if you want. But we will be back on Wednesday, November 18th at 8 p.m.
6 more projects.
And we will have 6 more projects to share. And that will be with both stamp sets and your opportunity to, it's a free class, but it's your opportunity to earn those cards if you purchase the bundle. So, and we will announce a winner. We have a pack or a spool of the gold twine to give away today. So I'm super excited.
Oh, good. We're almost done.
Good. That was kind of rude that they just interrupted our live broadcast. Yeah. So we will let you know who that is. We'll look through the comments and see who is commenting and liking and sharing and loving. And that's all we have for you today. So thanks for joining us. And we can't wait to stamp with you again soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.